of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item of business on the agenda is to approve the agenda that you have before you this afternoon. If there's no amendments or changes to the agenda and before the board, your recommendation for approval, please.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
Okay, based on the superintendent's recommendation to approve the agenda that we have before us this afternoon, do we have a motion to that effect?
I'll make that motion.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
So moved.
Second having been made, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it, the agenda before you is approved. The first item of business is the superintendent's report, Mr. Ussel.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, with February being Black History Month, we have added a section in your packets for each board member, the FYI section. Mr. Spencer compiled a list of activities that are taking place in each campus this month, and that information is included there. We want you to have a list of that, a list of activities and events for anything that you were interested in or wanted to attend, and things of that nature. We wanted you to have that. And at this time, we have got Mr. Larry Hood, the principal of Center Hill Middle School in attendance. If he could please come forward. We've got a special group of students who are here with us this afternoon that we would like to recognize.
School Board, we have our Center Hill Middle School dance team with you. Before I introduce the sponsors, I'd like to run down a list of their accomplishments just in this school year. They attended the summer UDA dance camp. They earned superior ratings and a formal invitation to UDA Nationals, which were in Orlando. They attended the Mississippi Dance Regionals in Brandon, Mississippi, and they were the junior high dance champions. The Mississippi Dance Champions, they were state champions in the junior high hip hop category, which is what brought us here today. But most recently, they attended the Magic City Dance Championships in Alabaster, Alabama, where they were the junior high pom champions. They placed second in junior high hip hop and also won the sportsmanship award. And they also won the sportsmanship award at the UDA camp they attended last year. Many of these students are 8th graders, the rest are 7th graders, but many of them will leave with at least 4 credits towards high school graduation. And all of them will leave with at least a few credits for high school graduation. Mr. Olson can tell you I'm a numbers guy, so I pulled all of these students' files recently, and I'm very pleased to tell you that as a team, they have a cumulative GPA of 3.8, and I think that deserves everyone's credit. At this time, I will introduce the dance sponsors, and they will call out the names for Ms. Ralston. Ms. Rachel Payne is our dance sponsor, and her assistant is Ms. Braden Crow.
I speak not only for myself, but also for Ms. Credle and for our girls. And I say thank you for this recognition. These girls work hard every day, in and outside of the classroom, and I think it's just an exciting opportunity for them to be recognized for what they've done. First up, Amari Bishop. Jay Fletcher. Kamora Royston. Kimberly Hogwood. Mikayla Powell. Morgan Sturlock. Sandra Dio. Flavia Walker. Liana Lenore. Alexa Mendoza. Ashlyn Coker. Brittany Wright. Jayla Johnson. Kendra Alexander. Kennedy Bryant. Lexi K. Bertram. Malia Hall. Macy Merriweather. Milan Galindo. Miracle Ford. And Morgan Cunningham.
Let's give another big round of applause. Y'all can turn around, we want to get a group photo, y'all. So we do that. Parents, if you want to come up, and we've got a whole paparazzi that we got here, which is good. If y'all get in a little closer together there, we'll get y'all working out.
Hold on, we need to make a photograph. Okay. Just so I make sure I get it together. Come on, short as that front. There we go. Make sure you can see me, because I can't see you. You can't see me. Somebody asked me to take home with stuff. Ready?
Good job, ladies. On behalf of the board, we want to commend our dance team and our sponsors. We realize all the hard work that goes into this, all the practice hours and everything. And y'all have quite a program at Center Hill Middle and then on in Center Hill High with the dance program they have there. So we look forward to hopefully seeing y'all back again in future state championships. And we want to thank the parents who are in attendance here today for your support of the dance team for Center Hill Middle School and the Suffolk County Schools. We appreciate y'all coming out. We are about to get on with the business of the meeting. Y'all are welcome to stay, but if you would like to go, now would be a good opportunity to. All right. Y'all have a great evening. Mr. President, that concludes my superintendent's report. We do have, two things I can say. We got Teacher of the Year, that program at 5 o'clock today. That's one reason I'm trying to keep my part brief. And also, we'll say, next week is School Board Appreciation Week. We'll be celebrating the following week. We have board meetings, so I'll go ahead and advance and wish y'all a happy, y'all get 2 weeks of School Board Appreciation, so that's good. I didn't want y'all to think we were forgetting next week. We're all back it up. That's it.
Right. Report, attorneys report. That if I say Mr. Keith, just forget it.
That's fine. I'll reserve any report for executive session.
Okay, all right. All right, approval of the minutes from the January the 16th, school board, meeting, you've had a chance to look at, those. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes of the January 16th, meeting?
I make that motion.
Motion hasn't been made for approval of the January 16th, 2020 board meeting. Do we have a second to that?
Second.
Motion and second having been made. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it. Minutes of the, approval of the minutes, January 16th, 2024 meeting are approved. The next item of business is the consent agenda. And that is items A through U. All consent agenda. Are there any changes to the consent agenda? Not, it's also from the recommendation.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
All right, based on the superintendent's recommendation to approve consent agenda items A through U, do we have a motion to that effect?
Motion.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it. Consent agenda items A through U is approved. Next item of business is new business. Item A is the request to pay vendor purchasing roof issue. Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir, in your packet, there's a memo from physical plant, requesting permission to pay over church services. We had an area manager that was handling a situation or an emergency situation at one school, and he called up, contacted the vendor to handle an issue at the other school without having the proper paperwork in place. We've addressed the issue adequately, and we're requesting permission to pay over church services for their services rendered.
Based on Mr. Williams' explanation of item A, request to pay vendor purchasing roof issue, your recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the request to pay the vendor for the personal rule issue of physical plant.
Based on the superintendent's recommendation for approval, do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it. Item A is approved, as presented. Next item of business, number B is request to reimburse employees. Center Hill Middle School, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir, we had an employee at Center Hill Middle School that went to Sam's to purchase items for the school. Employee got a check, Sam's did not process the check, and they needed the items as soon as possible. So she purchased the items with her own funds, and we're just requesting permission to reimburse that employee for the purchase.
Okay. Based on Mr. Williams' explanation of the request to reimburse employees for items purchased, do we have, recommendation
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the reimbursement of the employee at Center Hill Middle School.
Based on the superintendent's recommendation for approval, do we have a motion to that effect?
I'll make that
Motion
motion.
having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it, the request to reimburse employee is approved. Item C, statement of revenue and expenditure, Mrs. Graves.
Okay, our general fund revenues received through December of 2019 are at $98,998,700. Out of our $254,032,866 budgeted for the year, we're at 39%. Compare that to last year at $92,455,939, we are up 7%. That's a little bit more than last year, up 6% as of the end of November, so up slightly more. All revenues received, we're at $119,349,148. Last year at this time for all funds, it's $108,104,145. We're up 10% in that area. Mainly due to ad valorem and MAP receipts. The other two for all funds would be, again, ad valorem and MAP, which that's included there too, but MDE releasing their funds and interest from our COPs. We have a significant amount still sitting there since we just received those in October and November. General fund expenditures, we're at $112,875,094 compared to last year of $104,017,693. We're up 9%, but that was that's actually a little bit less than budgeted. All funds expenditures are at $142,293,70.
Questions, comments of Ms. Graves? Not, the recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of revenue and expenditure for December 2019.
Okay, based on Mr. Austin's recommendation for approval of the statement of revenue and expenditures, do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Second having been made, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it, statement of revenue and expenditures is approved. Item D is statement of cash flow, Ms. Graves.
Okay, for December 2019, our district maintenance cash balance is at $71,467,481. That includes our invested balance with Smith Shellnut of $27,675,865. And all funds cash balance at the end of December is $99,885,40.
Questions, comments, Ms. Graves? Not, your recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the statement of cash flow for December 2019.
Okay, based on the superintendent's recommendation for approval of the statement of cash flow, do we have a motion to that effect?
I'll make that motion.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it, statement of cash flow is approved. Item E is the combined balance sheet, Mrs. Graves.
Okay, our general funds fund balance is at $77,564,001 compared to last year at $73,788,739. We're up 5%, which means our revenues are outpacing our expenditures, which is what you want to do. Our all funds fund balance is $151,108,487.
Thank you. Questions or comments, Ms. Graves? Okay. Not your recommendation, Mr. Superintendent.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the combined balance sheet for December 2019.
Okay, based on the superintendent's recommendation for approval of the combined balance sheet report, do we have a motion to that effect?
I'll make that motion.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it, combined balance sheet is approved. Next item of business is the certification of bank reconciliation. Mrs. Gray.
All bank statements have been reconciled with no exceptions.
Great report.
Let's go.
Especially with the auditors here this week, y'all.
That's great report from all of us here. Your recommendation, Mr. Russell.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the certification of bank reconciliations for December 2010.
Okay, based on superintendent's recommendation for approval of bank reconciliations for December 2019. Do we have a motion to that effect?
Make that motion.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nay. Ayes have it, the certification of bank reconciliation is approved. Next item of business on the agenda is, FY 2021 school calendar, this week.
Yes, sir. The Teacher Advisory Committee met on January 16th to develop the calendar for the 2021 school year. Their decisions were to begin this new school year on August 3rd with 2 days of professional development for the teachers. The students returning on August 5th. We'll continue to have the week-long celebration of Thanksgiving and end our first semester on December 18th. Teachers will return with 1 day of professional development on January 4th, with the students returning on January 5th. And we will be celebrating spring break 1 week later this year to align with some of the universities around our area. And 2 additional PD days that are built in are November 3rd and February 12th. And the students' tentative last day will be May 24th, followed by the teachers' last day on May 26th.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Any board members with some proposed school calendar?
I want to thank the Teacher Advisory Council for all their hard work this week, since I sent that information to them back in October. And that way it gave them time to get feedback from their colleagues on campus. And so that way all the schools felt like they had input. And so,
Very thought out calendar.
Very good presentation. Your recommendation, Dan?
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the 2020-2021 school calendar.
Okay. Based on this week's presentation and the superintendent's recommendation to approve the 2021 school calendar as presented, do we have a motion to that effect?
Make that motion.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nay. Ayes have it. The 2021 school calendar is approved as presented. Next item of business is, revised board policy, EDVA, school safety plan, Ms. Weeks.
Yes, sir. This policy is being revised to add language in accordance with House Bill 1283, stating that school districts must give a refresher training on mental health and suicide prevention every 2 years.
Questions or comments, Ms. Weeks, anything on that, revised board policy? Dr. Recommendation, Mr. Russell.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy EBBA for school safety plan.
Based on the superintendent's recommendation for approval, do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it. Revised board policy, EDPA school safety plan is approved. Next item of business is a revised board policy, EDBC, emergency drill. Ms. Williams.
Yes, sir. This policy is also being revised to add language in accordance with House Bill 1283, stating that schools must have an active shooter drill within the first 60 days of each school year.
Any questions or comments from Ms. Williams on that revised board policy?
That's something we need this in time.
Yeah. Very well received. Okay. Your recommendation, Mr. Superintendent.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy EBBC for emergency drills.
Okay, based on the superintendent's recommendation for approval of that, policy, do we have a motion to that effect?
Second.
Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it, the revised board policy, EBVC is approved.
I'll make a brief comment. Mr. Jones is here in attendance along with our security team, and I want to thank them for their hard work in coordinating these emergency drills and working with the schools to make sure they have the proper school safety plans.
Yes, great job. Great job. Okay, next item of business is with J, revised board policy JCAB, interrogation and searches by school officials. Ms. Weeks.
Yes, sir, this provision is being requested to add the requirement that 2 district employees be present anytime a student is searched.
Okay. That's a good change. Okay, next on this week's presentation, revised board policy JCAB, your recommendation, Mr. Russell.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy JCAB for interrogation and searches by school officials.
Okay. Based on Mr. Usleton's recommendation for approval, do we have a motion to that effect? Motion having been made, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second having been made, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Nay, ayes have it, revised board policy JCAB is approved. Next item of business is personnel, Mr. Alexander.
Starting with the personnel package this afternoon is pages 1 through 3 are recommendations. Pages 4 through 6 are personnel changes. Page 7 are provisional list of an employee unlicensed at 75 a day, and then one out of sedentary at 115 daily. Page 8 is a memo for myself. Cafeteria managers increases, it affects 2 employees. This is based on the Department of Labor that was submitted a salary compensation level needed for workers to be exempt, and then effect in January. Pages 9 to 11 is a job description for financial coordinator, and what's been added to that is it supervises the federal program staff clerks, some change. Page 12 is a request for additional pay for principal at South Intermediate School and teachers who will offer after-school tutorial service for students getting 2.7 and going through 5.20 at $27 an hour, not to exceed 19.5 hours per week per teacher. Page 13 is a list of those teachers tutoring at South Intermediate School. Page 14 is a request from the principal of Fort Hays Middle School, the same request, and then page 15 through 16 is a list of those teachers from Fort Hays Middle School. Page 17, the same request for the principal at South Haven Elementary School. Page 18 is a list of those teachers from South Haven Elementary School. Page 19 is a request from the principal at South Haven Middle School, the same request. And page 20 is a list of those teachers that will be doing the tutoring at South Haven Middle School. Page 21 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Ingram, our federal programs director. This will be at high school for the tutoring 2.7 through 5.20. And same rules will apply. Page 22 is a list of those teachers that we tutor in Fort Hays High School. Page 23 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Ingram. This will be on bus drivers who offer transportation to the South Haven Intermediate School. Drivers will be paid at $34 per route. Page 24 is a list of those transportation employees. Page 25 is from Ms. Ingram. In the same relation with transportation for the Fort Lake Middle School routes. Page 26, request from Ms. Ingram for the same situation of transportation drivers. This is for South Haven Elementary School. Page 27 is from Ms. Ingram for the bus drivers and transportation to South Haven Middle School. And then page 28 is a list of those transportation employees. Page 29 is a request for additional pay for Bill Cox, our Director of Continuing Education. Only Ms. Bennett, she will be the CE presenter and work an additional 10 hours, $27 per hour, getting 2.7 and ending in June 30th. Page 30 is a request for additional pay for Ms. Carol Ingram on an employee who will work as an after-school tutor at the Palmer Home. She'll work up to 150 hours, be paid $27 an hour, getting 2.7 and ending 6.30. Page 31 is additional pay for Ms. Ingram on an employee who will be a mental health therapist who will be paid $27 per hour to work up to 160 hours. This will begin on June the 1st and end on July the 10th. Some work has to be done. Page 32 is request for additional pay from Ms. Ingram on an employment of mental health therapist, basically the same situation in hours. Okay. Page 33 is request for Ms. Carol Ingram on Ms. Free, and that's the same situation there also. And that concludes the personnel package.
Any questions? Mr. Alexander, on anything on personnel? Not your recommendation, Mr. Foster.
Mr. President, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
Okay, based on the superintendent's recommendation for approval of personnel that's presented, do we have a motion to that effect?
Make a motion to approve personnel as presented.
Do we have a second to that?
Second.
Motion having been made and seconded, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Nay? Aye. Next item of business is student discipline. Mr. Finley.
Mr. Chairman, we have a student discipline matter to address in executive session.
All right. Is anyone here, from the public to speak to the board?
Mr. Chairman, I'm here on the disciplinary hearing. Ben Murphy for the student in this matter on the disciplinary hearing.
That will be heard in executive
Okay,
session.
I just want to make sure that you have me on there for it.
Okay, all right. Anyone else, any comment from anyone else? First meeting in the month? Okay.
Mr. Raver, can you check in the lobby to see if the request to appear SP is here?
SP.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We don't know.
We have two that know about the student. We have two couples out there that are involved in students.
Student matters will be heard in executive session and need a motion then for consideration of closed session. All right, student discipline and request to appeal. Is that all in executive session? Yeah. Okay. All right. Motion only for that.
Make a motion to consider going to the executive session for the discipline and the student matters to be heard.
Okay. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Nay. Ayes have it. We will, Mr. Chase will come back and inform you that the board will stay in executive session for those matters. recess meeting is scheduled for Thursday, February 20th at 10 a.m. in this room.